From the Indiana State Fairgrounds in Indianapolis, it's the four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Fall Nationals. And Army, as you said earlier, these Jamborees are more than just great monster truck racing. We have the show and shine, the manufacturer's midway, something for everybody. So if you'd like some more information about these great trucking events, call or write the Special Events Company located right here in Indianapolis. A good crowd, an enthusiastic crowd. And Army, your thoughts on the finals?
Well, Gary, as it has happened so many times this year, the two major manufacturers wind up in the final. Chevrolet is going to be represented by the Tar Heel State, the Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter. New truck, new idea, new concept. Could be the guy to watch. He does have lane choice. But the Ford camp is going to be represented by a guy that came into this thing, and really nobody thought he was going to be a player. Nick Rossi goes back in the driver's seat out of New Jersey, and it's going to the final for the Ford camp. It's going to be a good one. Let's watch it.
Nick Rossi in the Ford, Gary Porter in the Chevrolet. The fans are ready for the final championship run here in Indianapolis. And there is a look at the outlaw, Nick Rossi, and look at those steel blue eyes.
You know, I guarantee you under that helmet, he's got the war paint on.
Gary Porter in the Big A Auto Parts Carolina Crusher. That's the Chevrolet. As they stage the two monster trucks for the final shootout here in the infield of the famed Indiana State Fairgrounds Mile Dirt Oval.
Well, this place has seen a lot of great racing. We're at final time for the monster truck section now, Gary.
Both trucks are staged. They watch the Christmas tree. Indication both drivers are ready.
Hey, they both lead good. First jump, Rossi's out a little bit. Porter's
once again, it's the horsepower of the Carolina Crusher.
Boy, Nick Rossi was a player till half track.
He had the reaction time, but Gary Porter had the horsepower.
That was a good race. These people in this part of the country, they're used to seeing good racing. Well, the monsters didn't let him down. What it was, Rossi didn't get as high in the air, see, and that let him get the horsepower back to the ground quick for the first half of the race, Gary.
But after that, it was all Gary Porter. He takes the victory, and he's down there with Army Armstrong.
Gary, these victories, they don't get any easier the further we go into this thing, do they?
They don't. I mean, the competition out here gets tougher and tougher, and you have to keep on improving, putting new parts. And, you know, I like to thank Big A Auto Parts, my brother's four-wheel drive shop, and all the friends back home for helping me, because if it wasn't for them, I couldn't do it.
You're basically a privateer in the sport, but still a lot of people have to be helping you, don't they?
That's right. You know, most of the time out here at the races, I'll come by myself for the weekend, but back home, you know, I got some of the greatest guys there are in the world back home helping me. You know, my brother, you know, he helps me, you know, a lot of time after hours in the store, and if it wasn't for them, there's no way I could do it.
We're very proud of you. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
That's right, Army. Congratulations to Gary Porter as we take a look at the aftermath of the Outlaw, dripping some transmission fluid there. Well, that wraps it up from the Indiana State Fairgrounds here in Indianapolis. For Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. Thanks for joining us. Join us next week for another edition of Trucks and Tractor Power.